Hi guys, welcome to Finding Sanctuary. My name's Karen. Today I am extremely excited to be able to share with you this deck I have in front of me. It's one that I backed on Kickstarter and it arrived in my hot little hands today, and I'm going to open it up and share it with you guys. It is really something that really excites me and I'm really excited to be able to have and be able to use. So I'll open it up. Now it comes with this card, Moon Calendar 2023. And it has here, hi Karen, thank you for supporting the Moon Manifesting Tarot, Kyra, and it's really lovely to have that. And this is the actual deck, the Moon Manifesting Tarot. Now this is how it came. It wasn't sealed, which I'm used to having decks sealed, or if they're not sealed, they normally come with a wrapper around the cards. This one didn't come with that, but I have to say that I'm really impressed with this deck. So I'll take you through a little bit of information that I know about this deck and tell you some of the reasons why I actually backed it on Kickstarter. So this deck here is called the Moon Manifesting Tarot, and Kyra Howearth has put a lot of time and effort into creating this. Now it is an 82 card deck and it's got 4 extra cards. So it has the 22 major arcana cards, like you would have in the standard Rider-Waite-Smith deck. They are here. And then you have the 4 suits that you would normally have in a tarot deck. So we have the suit of Pentacles, we have the suit of Cups, we have the suit of Wands, and we have the suit of Swords. So the thing that we have differently in each of these is each of the different minor arcana suits has an extra card, and I'm just going to show them to you in a moment and explain what it is that Kyra put them in there for and what they signify. So I'll just move this around a bit. It really is exciting, this deck, and I'm really looking forward to being able to use it and to really see how it works for me and how I work with the energy. So definitely a deck that I'm looking forward to. So as you can see, there are the major arcana and then the 4 minor arcana suits. As I said, there is an extra card in each of them. So I'll just show you these cards as we go along. So we have the Ace of Wands, the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of Wands, 9, 10. Then we have the court cards. So we have the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. And then every minor arcana suit has a Crone of Wands. Now these Crone cards that each of the suits have, and I'll show you them all here, these are what really excite me about this deck. So they are here. So according to the creator of this deck, these minor arcana suits are set up so that each suit is associated with an element, and within each suit there are 3 earth signs associated with the element of that suit. So here we have the suit of Pentacles, and as you can see when I go through here, we have the new moon in Taurus, the waxing moon in Taurus, the full moon in Taurus, the waning moon in Taurus, and the dark moon in Taurus. And Taurus is an earth sign and the element of Pentacles is associated with earth. So then we have Virgo, again, new moon, waxing moon, full moon, waning moon, and the dark moon. And then the third sign we have is Capricorn, and again we have the new moon, waxing moon, full moon, waning moon. And the Crone card has been put in here so that we get the dark moon energy of the third star sign within the element associated with the actual suit. So this is what we see in each of the suits, and it's really exciting. So as we have here, the suit of Wands, which associates with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So we have the new moon in Aries, the waxing moon in Aries, the full moon in Aries, the waning moon in Aries. We have the dark moon in Aries, and then we go with the sign of Leo. So again, the new moon, the waxing moon, the full moon, the waning moon, the dark moon, and then we have the sign of Sagittarius, and we have the new moon in Sagittarius, the waxing, the full moon, the waning, and the dark moon. And this is what really, really excites me. So we have the same for all of the minor arcana. So what that associates with is when we open up this guidebook, which is quite robust and quite thick, we can see here that each of the cards, when we get to the minor arcana, each of the cards has information against it. So it has a description, and then it has a moon manifesting section, and it refers to the new moon in Cancer for the Ace of Cups. And then we have the interpretation and the reversed interpretation. So basically when we're using these cards, we get the interpretation and the reversed interpretation of the Ace of Cups, which is associated and linked very closely to the Rider-Waite-Smith way of reading the cards. And then we also get a moon manifesting message that is linked to the astrological signs that are associated with the suits and the element of that suits, and there's one for every card, and it just gives us that extra layer and depth to the cards when we're reading them, and that's something that really appeals to me and something I'm really looking forward to getting a deep dive in and seeing how it actually works when I'm using the cards and interpreting them. So a really fun element to this deck of cards, and the crone cards is a really fun element for me, something that I'm really looking forward to doing. So what I can say is the art style of this deck, I think, is something I enjoy. It has the color palette, which is the black, and then the gray and the white and the purple, and I absolutely love purple, as you all know. So this really jumps out at me, and I really enjoy the art style. It seems very more minimal and simplistic, but there's actually a lot that you can get out of the images, and you can feel through the energy when doing a reading, and that really appeals to me. So each of the major arcana cards, as you can see, they're also associated with a moon in a particular sign, and those signs are linked with the Rider-Waite-Smith connection with the astrological signs. And it's just a really great deck. So for someone like myself who works with the moon and likes to tap into the energy of the moon, this Moon Manifesting Tarot gives me another way of being able to do that. And it just offers up an extra layer that can be used when doing a reading and when working with the moon. And the fact that it's linked to the elements and the star signs as you're working with the moon is just really fantastic. So the card stock is quite good. It's got quite a bit of flexibility in it. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. The size of the cards, I think, for me, I think they're lovely. They fit nicely in my hands. I can shuffle them both ways without too much trouble. Lengthways is a little bit more tricky, but I can actually do that with this deck, which is something that I really struggle to do with most tarot decks, is to be able to shuffle them in the landscape mode, but I can do it with this one without too much trouble. But my preferred way of shuffling is in portrait orientation. It's just what suits me and my smaller hands much more. So absolutely a stunning deck. So I'll just pull a card and we'll have a look at what the guidebook says about it. So we have the Three of Cups, full moon in Cancer, and I'll just pull up what it says here for us. So here it says Three of Cups, celebration and happiness. Description: 3 cups are held in celebration. Feelings of happiness and contentment made this an enjoyable moment. And the moon manifesting, as we can see, is full moon in Cancer. It says heightened feelings of emotional comfort and security. You're feeling amazed about life and content with your progress. Celebrate and acknowledge all this happiness. Feel your emotions strongly and deeply. Now is not the time for repressing your inner feelings. And then we have the normal upright interpretation of the card. Celebrate and allow yourself to feel happy. A time to feel good about your life. Positive vibes are manifesting into your reality. Share the positivity and love with your nearest and dearest. Feel grateful for the happiness in your life. Gratitude, success, happiness. And the reversed interpretation: not seeing the bright side, feeling unhappy, intense emotions, shadow work may be needed. Why are you holding yourself back from happiness? Dwelling on the negative don't take things too seriously, create with joy, and lighten the heart. So it does have a very, very feminine energy. It does have a very light and comforting energy. And with the reversals, I have noticed that they do get you to look at different aspects, but they're still given in a kind of gentle manner, which I think is really great and flows with the actual energy of the deck. So this is the back of the cards, as you can see. Really, really lovely. I like the fact that living in Australia, that the moon phases reflect what I would normally see. That's really appealing to me, and you don't see it very often. Usually they're facing the opposite way, but I love the fact that they face this way. So all in all, I think that the Moon Manifesting Tarot was a fabulous deck for me to have backed on Kickstarter. I'm extremely excited, as I said, to have it in my possession. I really can't wait to use it, and I think it's going to be a deck that I call upon on a really regular basis and work with all of the time. So I just give you, this time we have the Three of Cups. It's exactly the same card that we had before, except this time we've got it upside down. So I find that really interesting that we get the same card, but we get it upside down. So again, the Three of Cups is the upside down interpretation, the reversed interpretation. So not seeing the bright side, feeling unhappy, intense emotions, shadow work may be needed. Why are you holding yourself back from happiness? Dwelling on the negatives, don't take things so seriously, create with joy and lighten the heart. And the Moon Manifesting is heightened feelings of emotional comfort and security. So this, to me, if I was reading the Moon Manifestation in the reversed manner, I would be looking at and saying that my emotions are not comforting and I don't feel secure. That would be the way that I would interpret them, that I don't feel amazing about the life that I have and the progress that I'm making, and that I'm not celebrating, that I don't feel like there's anything to celebrate, and that I don't feel like there's any happiness to be celebrating for. So that's just the way that I would read that particular card. But a really great deck, one that I'm really hoping to be able to use on a regular basis and use on a daily basis pretty much. One thing Kyra did say about the deck is that the extra cards for each suit, so the chrome cards, they're all associated with the dark moon energy. So they're all designed about giving back and about teaching and sharing wisdom and having a really wise kind of energy. And she also said that where you would normally see the king as the most powerful cards in a tarot deck, in this particular tarot deck, the queens represent the full moon, and they're the most powerful cards in the deck, and they're the ones that hold the power. So really great cards to be looking at and working with.